Hello everyone, I'm Dr.berkkkaratas. Our topic is the fluid that comes out during relationships in women, or the fluid that comes out during orgasm, more specifically the squirting fluid. What is this? Is this urine, or can women experience orgasm like men do? Can women orgasm like men do? I will try to explain this. This is quite important because there are a lot of women who mostly think of this as urine and therefore avoid intimacy. There are a lot of women who avoid it. That's why I felt the need to explain this. Now, first of all, this anatomical. Let's start from that situation. Now, a fluid is going to come out. Yes, so during intimacy and also during orgasm, this fluid will come out. Where will this fluid come from? Now, if we look at this there are two places it could come from. Either it will come from the vagina or from the urethra. There is no other way besides this. The fluid that squirts out does not come from the vagina. The fluid coming from the vagina is what we call vaginal irrigation, which is the classic female fluid, and what we call vaginal duplication, which is a lubricating fluid that facilitates intercourse. It's a white, more creamy, slippery fluid. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about mostly squirts from the urinary tract, the fluid that comes out in that way. Now this fluid, I will explain how it happens shortly. This fluid is around the urinary tract. So if we turn it this way, this is the continuation of the vagina. And here is the urethra. This is the gland I mentioned a moment ago. The gland that provides lubrication in the vagina is this one. It opens into the vagina through here. Let's delete this. Yes, in some women, the urinary tract has, from the outside, you can't see them, but when we go in with a camera, there are small glands in the urinary tract that we can't see. In some women, these glands can be located towards the end part of the urethra, while in others, they can be completely around the urinary tract. The secretions from these glands can squirt out. So just like how sperm comes in men, during orgasm, between 1 to 5 milliliters of fluid can be released in women as the openings of these glands open into the urinary tract, allowing them to experience an orgasm just like men do. After explaining this, let's get back to our topic. Now I will summarize, because it's a long topic and I need to decide where to start the summary. Tissue doctor Zlatko conducted a study at Charles University in Czechoslovakia. The study he conducted was actually a summary. He took and examined 46 studies. He gathered information from 5 different books, and in the end he gave us a summary. What does this summary say? It says this condition is not visible in every woman. First, the frequency of appearance is between 10% and 54%. That's quite a clear percentage. So we are less. This can happen in about 1/3 of women. So we can say that this fluid can come out. The amount of fluid can vary greatly. So it can be as little as 1 milliliter up to 900 milliliters, meaning as much as 1 liter of fluid can be released. Actually, we know this. Master Johnson, 1960. In the 1960s, volunteers also participated. He examined about 7,500 couples in a laboratory setting during sexual intercourse. It was also found in about 300. He found this condition in 80 women. So he detected something squirting out during orgasm. So is this urine that is coming out? Is this fluid that is coming out ejaculation fluid? Is it coming from the glands we mentioned earlier, or is it coming from both? All three could be possible. We'll talk about how to differentiate this. It's actually not that difficult to separate this. If we take a sample from the incoming fluid, we can separate it very clearly. If it's just ejaculation, meaning it's coming from the glands around the urinary tract, just like in men. So if it's like a prostate secretion, then it won't contain urea or creatinine from urine, and it will have a high amount of fructose. It will be a white fluid here. Well, someone who can understand, just like in men, there can be a squirting. So if it's just urine, then of course it won't contain fructose. It will be the yellow-colored urine we know containing urea and creatinine, and it will come in a large amount, between 50 and 900 milliliters. So what is squirting? As you know, this is widely used in the porn industry. Squirting is when women squirt out a large amount of fluid. What we actually call squirting is something that includes both urine and ejaculation. So when a woman orgasms, fluid comes from the glands around the urinary tract. One, it's coming out in a stream, and at the same time urine is coming out. This is more of a transparent thing. Yes, this can also be between 50 and 900 milliliters, just like urine. So to put it simply, we can say this: if the fluid that comes out isn't in large amounts, it can be between 1 to 5 milliliters in men, and it can even be 6, 7, or 10. It's related to arousal. We usually call this female ejaculation, but if it's coming in large amounts, it will most likely contain urine. Of course, that's very important. If only urine is coming out, we call this urinary incontinence during intercourse. Because it's during intercourse, we call this urinary incontinence. So we refer to urinary incontinence as being related to penetration, meaning when the penis enters the vagina. Of course, this should be treated, but there isn't really a specific treatment for ejaculation. This can be seen in 1/3 of women. Thank you.